Okay, for this project, I'm going to be making over one of these message boards. This is from the 80s. It's plastic. It has a cork board and a mirror. It's probably home interior. I probably had one back in the 80s. But I saw this at a garage sale for a couple dollars, and I thought I could do a makeover on it. So it's pretty easy to make over because you can turn it over, and I've already taken out the screws, and you can take the back off and take the mirror out and the cork board. And then I'm going to go ahead and paint the front. I'm going to pick a color for that, and then we're going to do something really fun with the cork board. Okay, so the color I chose was Fusion Damask. I'm trying to use up my little paint samples here before they dry up. So I thought this would be a pretty color on here. So let's see how this looks. Okay, so this is what it looks like after one coat. It probably is not going to need another coat, maybe just a couple touch-ups. And I still have a little bit of paint in my sample bottle, so these sample bottles do go a long way. Okay, so while the paint is drying, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to paint the cork board. I am going to be using Dixie Belle in the French linen. I have never painted corkboard before, so we will see how this goes. Excuse me for reaching. I'm going to stir this up really good, and then I'm going to give it a coat of paint. Okay, so the first coat of paint has dried. I'm going to put on a second coat of paint. And I want this to be kind of a thicker layer of paint, not too thick. And we're gonna try something fun. I'm not for sure how this is gonna work, but I'm gonna give it a try. So I'm trying to even out my paint. Maybe you can guess what I'm gonna be trying here, because I need just a little bit thicker coat of paint, and I want it to be an even coat. So what do you think we're going to be trying? Paint is drying really fast today, so I need to kind of speed it up a little bit. But what we're going to be trying is, I am going to try a paint inlay on here. I am going to be trying the Lattice Rose paint inlay by IOD. I love this paint inlay. I like almost all of the paint inlays, but I love the colors in this one. And I chose this right here, kind of the lacy. And so I need to stop talking and okay, so what I'm going to do is, this is the grid side. This is the paint side. I am going to spritz with water, the paint side. Okay, just really lightly. Then I'm going to put it down into my wet paint. I've already cut the piece, so I know where I want it to lay. Okay, it's okay. It will be fine. Okay, so I'm just going to press that down into my paint, and I'm going to mist it with water with my misting bottle. Okay, and then I'm going to get a paper towel and I'm going to blot it. Okay, so I have my paper towel and I'm just going to blot some of the water. So if you've never tried a paint inlay, they are so much fun. You can't expect perfection. Sometimes you get perfection, sometimes you don't, kind of like with milk paint. But these are so much fun. If you haven't tried one, you should really try one because it's just amazing. When we pull back the paint inlay, you'll see how awesome, hopefully, it's going to be. So this needs to dry completely. So I'm just going to let it air dry. You could use a hair dryer or however you would like to dry it, but I'm just going to let it air dry, and then I will be back and show you what's next. Okay, so our paint inlay has dried for about an hour. There was one little spot here where I could still see that the paint was wet underneath, so I did use the hair dryer just for a couple seconds. So now I'm going to take my water bottle and I'm going to mist the paint inlay. Making sure I have it all misted, and then I'm taking a paper towel and I'm going to just press down and get some of the excess water off. And it's going to sit there for just a few seconds. We'll just let it sit there for a couple seconds. Okay, then we're going to start lifting up and seeing what we get on this cork board. Oh my goodness! Now this is where my paint was still a little bit wet. So it is pulling up just a little bit, but I think it's going to be okay. I'm just going to go very slow and make sure. It looks beautiful. So far, so good. Okay, yes, I love it. Okay, I'm going to set this off to dry, and I can reuse this again on a different project. So I'm going to let this paint inlay totally dry. And then I'm going to put a top coat on it because it does need to be sealed. And then I will put our thrifted memo board back together and show you what it looks like. Okay, so while the paint inlay is drying, I decided that I wanted to bring out the details just a little bit more in the frame of this. So I am using this wax right here. It is considered a white wax, but I think it has more of like a creamy tint to it. That's why I chose that, because I feel like the paint inlay looks a little bit creamy color. And so I am going to see what this looks like. So I am just using a foam brush to get down in all those little details. And then I'm going to wipe it back and see what I think. Get in as many of those details as I can. Let's see what it looks like. Yes, that's kind of the look that I was going for. It kind of gets down into the crevices of the faux wood too. So I'm going to go ahead and continue and putting this wax on here, and then I'll show you the completed project. So here is the memo board. I think it turned out great. I think the paint inlay looks beautiful on there. I don't even want to put a thumbtack in there yet. What do you think of the transformation? Okay, so this is the next project. This is a scale that I purchased at a yard sale. I really enjoy scales. I have a small collection of scales, but I am going to make this one over. So I'm going to give this a really good clean, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm putting a coat of paint over this section right here, and then I'll be back and show you what we're going to do. Okay, so the paint has dried, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of Connie Lines and Designs Christmas rice paper. I was going to use a different one that I purchased last year, but I cannot find the paper. I've put it up with my Christmas things, and it's up in the attic, and I just can't go up there and get it right now. So I did find this one. I did purchase this one this year. And so I'm going to use that one, but I'm going to insert a picture of what I did last year with the rice paper. For today, we are going to use this one. Isn't that one super cute? So I already have a scale like that, so I guess I really didn't need another Santa mug scale, but I just think they're so cute. And this one doesn't have the numbers on it, so I thought it would be really cute with the Santa mug on there. But I can probably find another one of these scales too if I really want to do one with the Santa mug. But I thought this would be cute also. So I'm just using the Dixie Belle top coat in the flat finish to do my decoupage with. Just putting a nice even coat on there. Yeah, what did you think of this Santa mug scale? That is awesome rice paper. If you have not seen that or purchased that and you like the Santa mugs, then that's a really cool paper. Okay, so I'm going to finish this up and I will show you what it looks like. So we have to have a little Christmas in July, right? I think the scale turned out so cute. I wish I could have found the Santa paper, but I will find it. I think someone has found her favorite DIY of the day. Do you like it, Ellie? She's so sleepy from a busy day of crafting. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.